1988 Ford Escort RS Turbo. Obviously being an 88. Series 2. This one, as you can see, is finished in gloss black with the blue accents. Start by having a look at the bodywork. See, it's a lovely straight car in black as well. Sort of can't get rid of body marks like maybe silver or white can hide a little bit. Black's kind of all telling, really, isn't it? If we start on this driver's side and if we look down the whole side of the car, you can see it is nice and straight. If you follow that body line all the way down, it's nice and sharp all the way down there. Starting on this front driver's wing, it's all nice and clean along there. A very light little scratch just coming down the wing there. Inside that body kit is all nice and clean and tidy. You can see the suspension's all nice and clean as well. In there, if you get behind the body kit, you can feel that's all nice and sharp and solid all the way around. It sits against the wing, nice and evenly all the way down and onto that sort of side skirt part. Got the correct standard spec wheels in lovely condition. There's no curbing around any of the rim or anything like that. A good quality tyre on there. Coming down this driver's side, we'll have a look under the sort of sill cover. Apart from a bit of road grime, which we'll clean off. Looks to be nice and tidy under there. It's not covered in under seal or anything nasty under there. It's not caked in anything. You can sort of see what's going on under there nice and easy. The sill cover itself, it's got both jacking point covers. It sits nice and even all the way along. Driver's door, really nice and tidy. You can see more of me than you can in the car, which is always a good sign on a black car. Panel gaps are good. Around that wing mirror is all tidy. This trim along the bottom of the windows all the way back is nice and even. It's not bubbled up or rippled or anything. Nice and clean and tidy all the way around there. No sign of any stone chips on that A-pillar. On the top of the windscreen, it's all good. Car is lovely and polished. It just wants a proper hand polish to finish it off. It's got the other little swirl and things here and there just from being washed with a sponge. Nice and easy to fix. There's a little bit of a bird poo mark just here. But again, that looks like it'll polish straight out. Nice and tidy around the sunroof. There's no sign of any sort of trapped dirt or corrosion or anything like that. All the right stamps on the glass. In the right places. All good on that rear quarter. And again, you've got that body kit which fits nice and even all the way around that arch. But if you get your hand in behind it, you can feel the lips nice and sharp all the way down on the inside. Another good wheel and tyre. I did notice that apart from the front right, we're missing the forward centre cap, so it wants a set of those putting back in. If we have a look up that side from here, again you can see it is nice and straight all the way up. Rear bumper meets the quarter nice and even. This gap straight. It's not sort of wavy. Quite often they sort of sag at one end or the other, but that's all good. It does have an aftermarket filler cap on it as well. Have a look under that bumper as we go around. You can see all good under there. Nice and tidy under there. And then again, like I said, that bumper sits straight and even. Both tail lights are bright. They're not cracked with any moisture or anything in them. Got the right badging, RS Turbo on the left, Ford on the right. Spoiler is in nice condition. It's not been used to lift up and down the boot hatch too much, so quite often you get a bit of stress around this area on them, but this one's all good. All of the plugs for the holes and everything are all there. Around the screen, all tidy around there. No sign of any corrosion coming through. Quite often you get a bit of moisture trapped down here and that might start, but as you can see, that's all good. Heated rear screen, we've got the correct parcel shelf. It's not been drilled for any speakers or anything like that. It does have an aftermarket back box on it, like many RS Turbos from the day. And then looking at this passenger side again, nice and straight. I did notice there's a slight mark in the paint just there. Just see that above the rear arch. But again, if you get your hands inside the arch, nice and straight in there. Another good wheel and tyre. The body kit fits good on this side as well, all the way up. We'll have a good look underneath. Again, this thing's been kept in a nice dry warehouse, so it hasn't seen any salt or moisture recently at all. You can tell by the look of the car. Around the windows on this side, same as the other side, nice and tidy. Same with the sunroof on this side. Can have another good look at the roof. In the gutters is all clean and tidy. And then coming down this A-pillar, we've got one little stone chip just there. In fact, that's a bit of dirt, ignore that. Ignore me for that one. Nice and tidy around the wing mirrors. There's a tiny, tiny little mark just there in the middle of the door. Barely noticeable at all. But other than that, all good. Coming around on this front wing, again, you get your hand in behind the body kit, sorry. You can feel that arch is nice and solid all the way around. Another good wheel and tyre. Like I say, they are missing the centre caps. There's one, so you need 3. Obviously, just buy a set of 4 and replace them so they all match. Jack and point covers and everything are all present on this side as well. Got a little scratch on the top of the wing there, very, very tiny one. But again, it's a 34-year-old black car. It's going to show the odd mark here, but when you take that into account, it's actually very, very clean. Tiny little stone chip just there. Another one just here. Other than that, lovely and tidy on the front. Front bumper sits well, just like the back. Nice and clean along the bottom there. It's not been rammed up any curbs or trailers or anything like that. And the bonnet itself, nice and straight. Clean around the vents. Which again is a normal area for a bit of dirt. Like I say, it's got the odd little swirl in it, which you can see if you get really close on the camera. So it just wants a good polish. Along this panel here, again, another problem area can be sort of around this area and around the wipers, but you can see lovely and clean on the passenger side. If we jump round to the driver's side again, it's that little seam where it normally starts, isn't it? Nice and tidy along there, all good going back into the middle. So overall, bodywork, really good condition for the age, especially considering it's a 34-year-old black car. Lovely and straight. Moving on to the interior. Nice and tidy on the door card. You got a little bit of wear on the handle there, next to your electric window switches. The door shuts are clean and tidy, as are the painted section of the door and the bottom. Driver's Recaro. It's all nice and clean. They always look dirty on the camera, but if we get them nice and close, you can see it is clean and tidy. A little bit of wear on the bolster there, nothing major. Good upholstery would replace that panel for you and sort that out, but the foam underneath's lovely. It's not collapsed or anything like that. And the rest of the fabric, all good. It's got a set of mats down. It's obviously had them down quite a long time because your footrest section's all tidy. It's not worn through. And then into the back. Back seats are lovely and clean. There's no real sign of any wear. There's no funny smells in here. There doesn't smell of smoke or dogs or anything like that. Headlining's nice and tidy. We've got the blind for the sunroof as well. This one shows 96,000 on the clock. We check the description wheel detail, what we know as far as sort of service history, ownership, mileage, that sort of stuff goes. It is worth pointing out it does have a boost gauge in this right hand side of the dash there. So that's been modified to take that. Coming into the boot, as with every Escort we ever get in, strut tops, the struts do need replaced. You can feel they're not really wanting to hold the boot up very, very well. But like I say, it happens on every single Escort we get through the door. We've got a car cover in there, so it was in a nice warehouse with a cover over it just to keep the dust off it. But if we lift that carpet, you can see it's nice and clean under there. No sign of any trapped moisture or any corrosion coming through. Like I mentioned earlier on, parcel shelves uncut and tidy. It's not even that sun faded. Normally they're sort of yellow by now. Nice tidy door card. Again, a little bit of wear in the same area. Now this passenger seat, lovely condition. Foam's really nice and firm on these. They're normally sort of sagging down the bottom here and they've gone a bit sort of collapsed, but this one's really, really good. That seat's very, very good. So you've got a little bit of wear on the driver's side, minimal on this side. Well, none at all to really note on this side. Nice and clean on the dash on this side. It's got a Pioneer head unit fitted in it. Other than that, all standard. We do have 2 holes drilled in the top of the dash there for the mics for the sound system as well. And then under the bonnet, got that 1600 turbo. Lovely and clean around the strut tops on the driver's side. Same story on the passenger side. Nice and tidy along the front here. It's obviously had some work done by these guys at some point. Lovely and clean around the plates. And then there's a stamp for a belt. What looks to be a belt at some point, 95,000 I think. So again, nice and tidy under there. It does have a larger air filter on there as well, which you can see there. Quite a common mod on these things. Again, if you check the description, we'll detail what we know has been done to it, all that sort of stuff. It's been parked here for about an hour. It's not dropping any fluid or anything out the bottom. We'll get it started up. So starts on the button, as you can see. It's not warm, so I'm not going to bounce it off the limiter, but we'll give it a little rev. Nothing nasty flying out the back. No blue smoke on startup or anything like that. Singing along quite happy there. So there you have it, 1988 Escort RS Turbo. If you've got any more questions, get in touch. Of course, we're open for viewings every day. Just let us know and we'll book you in. Or if you can't get to see the car again, we can do video calls, we can send you extra photos or videos, whatever you might need. Just let us know. Thank you.